Do I look like Cher? Do you believe in life after love? Hello and welcome to this week's Anna Cooks Anything. You may have noticed that I've left my hair to go curly, au naturel. I've just decided that during lockdown I'd like to become the best version of myself, really be at one with myself, be at one with nature, if you will. Also, I can't be asked to straighten it anymore. And that's the end of it, quite frankly. Anyway, you didn't come here for a Timotei advert, you came here for some cooking. So here's what we're gonna be making today. We are going to be making a Biscoff lasagna. Now, before you get worried that I'm gonna be mixing Biscoff biscuits in with minced beef and onions and bechamel sauce, gross, it's nothing like that. It's a pudding lasagna, if you will. So this is the brainchild of Walla Abu Aid, and she makes loads of amazing puddings. She makes a lovely Biscoff mousse. She makes an awesome Nutella mousse as well. So please join me on this wild ride. Aprons at the ready, let's do this. The ingredients you're gonna need, ow. So the ingredients you're going to need for Biscoff lasagna, there's actually not many ingredients, so nice and easy to make. Did I tell you that I've got a fan on the go today because it's 1,000 degrees? But I basically feel like Mariah Carey. I'm a superstar. Or a dog in a car window. So first things first, we need to add the icing sugar into the whipped cream. That's 1 tablespoon of icing sugar. Get that in there. And then you also need a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Get that in there as well. And then you just want to get your electric whisk. And you want to whisk that into soft peaks. Okay, good start. Just put this in the cream. Just clear that up, yeah? Now, need a bigger bowl. So unfortunately, it turns out I don't actually own a bigger bowl. I don't know how I've got through life only having one medium-sized bowl. So I'm just gonna have to do it in this small bowl and just be extra careful. I have wiped the biscuits down. Okay, this is going marginally better, to be honest, but it is going to expand a fair amount and it is going to overflow out of the bowl and all across my kitchen like I'm at a foam party in Magaluf 1997 or something. The cream has officially been whipped and I will be buying a bigger bowl for future episodes of Anna Cooks Anything. The next thing we have to do, now the cream is sorted, we need to get into this jar of Biscoff, what do you call it? Biscoff spread. Ooh. Yes. Walla says to put it in the microwave so that it's not as thick because we need it to be a lot more runny. I don't have a microwave. So I'm going to put it in a saucepan and put it over a sort of low heat so it just melts nicely because we're going to need to do some drizzling next. That's what you're looking for. It is officially layering time. Layer of biscuits, layer of cream, layer of melted spread. So here we go. Look at this mound of Lotus biscuits. Absolutely absurd. So you want to put them in your lasagna dish like this. Going in with cream now. Oh, I'm sure there's a better way of doing this. And also a good tip, you want to use a glass lasagna tray, a dish, sorry, if you can, because then you'll be able to see all the layers. And at a dinner party, that's going to be a showstopper. So now you've got your melted Biscoff spread. Make sure it's right around the edge, again, because it looks good for the layers. So I'm going to start by going around the edge. No one will actually see this, so it doesn't have to be too neat. Okay, and back in with the biscuit layer. Yes. Beautiful. How good does that look? And then, of course, more cream. Okay, so I'm going to level with you. I've decided that I want another layer of biscuits and another layer of cream because I think 2 layers of biscuits is not enough, is it? It's a Biscoff lasagna. I'm going to drizzle some more of this on. Might be a bit harder now. I've put the cream right up on the edge. And then I'm gonna go in with another layer of biscuits and then another layer of cream. So then that will be your top layer. Luckily I had some more cream, so I've given that a whip. And it was actually a regular amount of cream for the size bowl I had, which was good. Nice one, that's better. Now that's a proper Biscoff lasagna, right? Now then, this is the tricky bit. This is the bit on the top of the lasagna where we're gonna drizzle Biscoff and then we're gonna feather it to make it look super fancy. It should be simple, but I've tried it before and I always make a mess of it. And I've only got one lasagna, so I've only got one chance of getting this right. Here is your melted Biscoff in a piping bag, and I've just snipped a little tiny bit off the end, so we've got a nozzle. I'm on edge. I think the first bit of Biscoff that comes out is going to be a mess, isn't it? Okay, we're doing it. I think my nozzle's too small. I'm going to make my nozzle bigger. This is crazy. Oh, it's much too big now. We're going to go back to those thin lines. Oh no, I've done something weird there. I'm sweating. This is stressing me out so much. Nightmare. How's that gone so badly? Okay, I think that's fine. Let's do some feathering, shall we? Ready? And we're actually going to go back and go the other way as well. We're going to add a Biscoff crumb around the edge of the lasagna to hopefully cover up some of the dire feathering I've done. I just don't know how I can't do that. It's a mystery, quite frankly. There you go. Have some of that. And then we're just going to crumble it around the edge. Start at the ugliest part of your lasagna, like so. And then, for a fancy touch, et voila. It looks quite posh, doesn't it? I'm actually quite happy with how that's turned out in the end. Right, now all that's left to do is get this bad boy in the fridge for 6 hours, and in that time, all the biscuits will get lovely and soft from the cream, and hopefully, by some miracle, it will look completely different. That has to be the longest 6 hours I've ever spent in my whole life. Was I sat by the fridge the entire time waiting for the Biscoff lasagna to be ready? Yes, I was. But the lasagna is ready. I'm gonna have a taste of it now. It looks incredible. Have a look at that. Oh, look at the layers. See, I was right to go back and add another layer. I think we can all agree with that. So I'm gonna give it a little taste. Now the biscuits have all gone really soft, which is my favorite texture. I like a softer biscuit. It's everything I could have dreamt of and more. It's so good. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today on Anna Cooks Anything, where I've made a Biscoff lasagna and it has been absolutely fantastic. Please like us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff. And I'll be back again for another episode of Anna Cooks Anything soon. Wait a minute. Is that an A for Anna Cooks Anything?